Tuesdays with Toni. Hi. Today we are going to do something a little different, and by we, I mean me and the Lord, me and the Holy Spirit. I think sometimes people are like, who's the we thing? Is it me and myself and I? But no, it's me and the Lord, and just planning, and sometimes I incorporate you guys into the we. So this week it's going to be a little bit longer. I kind of gave up on the whole idea of trying to do a 2-minute thing. Maybe someday, but it's not in my visionary thing right now. Speaking of vision, that's what our topic's going to be about tonight. It is vision casting and casting that vision. But first things first, because I'm pretty excited about this week's little treat here. And last week, let me go back. Where's my notes? Oh, yeah. So I don't think anybody commented. Oh, yeah. Nobody commented, so I'm not going to tell you what it was, but let me tell you what is. It was delicious. This week is actually even better. It's my favorite by far. So far for just new taste, and I'm going to take a sip because, as you know, yeah, it happens every time. Yeah, it's just yummy. And one of the things that I have not mentioned is with the oils and in your drink, it's really important to use stainless steel or glass, and not plastic, because the oils can compromise the plastic and you don't want to get any icky things in that. So, or in your drink. So it just isn't a good choice. The other thing too that I forgot to tell you, and I actually haven't done it for a while, and it does make a huge difference too, is add a tiny little bit of Himalayan pink salt or a little bit of sea salt to your drink with the oil, and that keeps the oil emulsified or something. I don't know if that's the exact word, but it keeps it mixed up in your water, and it doesn't taste terrible. Pink Himalayan salt is not very salty tasting at all, and it gives you some really good chemical things for your body. So there you go. There's a technical definition. Yeah, use a little bit of pink salt, and a glass thing to drink it out of, or stainless steel. And I even have a stainless steel straw that I use in my drinks too. And I love those when I take them traveling because they stay cold in the car, and it's just delicious. So tonight's oil is, I'm not going to tell you, but it is delicious, and it could be either lemon, orange, or lime. So you tell me which one it is, and then I'll send you a sample. Even, you know what, even if you guess wrong, if you just want to guess, I'll send you a sample. So anyway, it could be lemon, orange, or lime. So here I am getting comfortable because we're just going to be a few minutes. But as you may remember, if you've been following me or watching it all, and especially in my little group thing that I love so much, I've just shared so much in there. I have been reading The Circle Maker, and the other one that I finished just before that was Draw the Circle. So I kind of did them a little out of order in terms of this book came first, but I read it second because our church, it was actually doing one with Draw the Circle. Yeah, Draw the Circle. And I loved it. It really is about prayer and about wow, it's just powerful. I really should do some sharing about that because it has changed my life over the last 6 months, and this too included in that. And actually, I was reading another prayer book before that too. The Lord just was really showing me the importance of communication and prayer, and just being steadfast and specific with Him, and how I talk with Him and how He answers, and how that relationship, it really is just relationship building and bonding, and I love it. And that's what I've had in my little sanctuary here in my little neck of the woods. So The Circle Maker, and Draw the Circle. So either one, get them both. And this is what I do. This is a quiet page actually, because I just have a little tiny bit of it highlighted, but you can go back here. I've got dog ears and highlighting and everything. I was going to share these books potentially and do like a book swap or something, but I can't do it because I go back and read them and highlight and mark things up because I love it. One of the things that has just been, I finished this book probably probably 3 weeks ago. And as usual, within whenever I am whenever I finish a book and potentially start another one, I'm pretty prayerful about where I need to go. And I have really probably 5 books that I would love to read right now, but I pray in between so I don't get distracted from the path that the Lord wants me to take, which was interesting to me that I would read 3 books on prayer. So apparently there was a huge message that the Lord wanted me to get, and I can tell you what, it has changed my life. One of the things in the last book that I read, which was the Circle Maker, in case I haven't said that enough, is they were talking about, Mark Batterson, excuse me, I dropped my phone, and it has some of my sharing stuff on it. He was talking about goal posters, goal settings with your prayers, because if you've read it all about or followed me at all, it really is about circling your prayers. Like, you are purposeful about your prayers. I started taking up a prayer walk, and that was probably 2 months ago that I started doing that. And so I circle my place in prayer. And it is my prayer walk, my prayer time. And sometimes the grandbabies do that with me, and it's a lot of fun. And it's so purposeful. It's so purposeful. And I just have seen so many prayers answered. Really, someday I just could get off on that too, in terms of a rabbit trail on how much the Lord has answered my prayers. And I actually could get pretty weepy about it, because my heart is so full and so blessed. But tonight's about vision casting and casting that vision. And so I probably will have several weeks of it, because there's a lot of things that I want to cover and just kind of document for myself and for whoever else might want to do it. But in the Circle Maker, he was really talking about, he called it life goal lists. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I don't know if it goes back into goal setting has never been my thing. And I think part of it is because I tend to, when I set a goal, I want to accomplish it. And if I haven't accomplished it, I'm one of those ones that is like, I feel like I failed. And I know I've read all the stuff like, no, shoot for the moon, you'll land among the stars, or something like that. Do it. And if you try really super duper hard, you're going to still be farther along than what you were. But that still I just don't like it. I don't know. It just is me. I don't know if it's other people, but goal setting is not my thing. And I just have not been able to make myself do that. So as I was praying and talking to a dear sweet friend, my Kelly, I love her so much. She's been such a blessing to me. She was saying that she and her family, her adult children and that kind of, and her husband all have, or I don't know if all, so I don't want to say that, but most of them have made vision posters, and not goal posters. So I thought, oh my gosh, now vision poster was, I don't even know why. Technically, to me, in my mind, it's different. And so as I was preparing for tonight and kind of thinking about it and praying, when I say thinking, it's usually I'm praying, the Lord showed me a vision casting, and a casting that vision, creating that board that's casting that vision out into really His realm, the spiritual realm, the physical realm. All the realms are His, actually, but to get it out there, and do that visual vision board. That's what it is. This is my blank one, though. So you're going to be seeing some processes with that as I whip that thing around. And it's going to be full, because I have a lot of things that I want to do. And so with Mark Batterson, and in this book, you can tell I'm pretty excited, because it just is fun to me. He had several different ideas of family goals. These are different categories. Influence goals. I liked that. And he's got these listed out in different areas where he wants to help do it. Experiential goals. So like traveling, like he has go skydiving, which kind of is on my bucket list a little bit, but a little scary too. And cliff jumping. I always thought hang gliding would be really super wonderful. I'm saying super a lot, but I'm super excited. Take a hot air balloon, hot air balloon ride. I thought that would be really cool too. I saw, anyway, we'll go after that, but I don't know if those will make my list, but it'll be basic. So anyway, physical goals, I have a lot of those. Financial goals, definitely those. Travel goals, I'm not a huge traveler. I mean, I take some trips, but it's mostly to see family, and I totally enjoy them. I have never, well, I've only one time left the United States, one time, and that's a story for another time. We won't talk about that. And so I have a little bit of a thing in my mind about that too, but anyway, whatever the Lord wants, I'm open for. So those were some of the categories. And so I've been working on my list, and it's in my journal. Remember, I journal a lot, although you can't tell that on there. That's actually the start of, oh, that was for tonight. My oil that I'm drinking tonight was circled on there. See who's paying attention. See if you saw it. Okay. Anyway, I journal, and I also am keeping notes in here of what I want my vision board to look like. And it was funny. I'll just wrap it up with this for tonight. It was funny as I was preparing it, and I was thinking the term casting came up to me a lot. And first, let me get back to the thing about vision board and a goal board. I was actually looking up online like what the difference is between them, and there's not. And it turns out that most goal boards now are actually, I actually saw, what I saw was the difference between a goal poster was like a specific goal, one that you're targeting was what I was seeing, where a vision board covers more of like the things that I was just sharing in terms of there's the different categories, and I'm going to have those slightly outlined, on my vision board, so that I'll have all of those up there, and I'm going to put it in a place where it's really prominent because I want to stay focused on these things that the Lord is calling me to and stay purposed about working towards them. So a vision board and a goal board were just slightly different, but most of the terminology pointed back to a vision board, and there's a lot of ways to do it. Some people I saw just had like little post-its, like for each category, they just had a post-it on the board with what they wanted underneath those categories. Other ones I saw were really creative, and they had pictures that they printed offline or magazines, that kind of thing. Some are more structured, some are more free. All of that is perfect. It's whatever fits for you. Mine will probably be more simple just because I tend to just want to get her done and, be working on it, and I'm not that creative, but we'll see because I'm pretty excited about it as well. So one of the things, let me take a little sip here again. One of the things as I was praying about it and preparing is the Lord had me throw casting in there, casting the vision, like throwing it out there. And so I was looking it up, and it does. That's what it means. It's throwing something forcefully in a specified direction. Throwing something forcefully in a specified direction. Now, oftentimes we'll think of that as fishing, which is what I first thought of when the Lord was telling me about that. So I'm going to share a quick story about my fishing expeditions. And just remember, literally, it is to throw something forcefully in a specified direction. And so that's what we're going to do with our vision board and our visions and the goals that the Lord has for us. But for me in fishing, I have been on several fishing trips, some out in the Puget Sound, some out in the Strait of Juan de Fuca. Up in the San Juan Islands. And it was fantastic. Some down in the Oregon coast, and I've caught fish, like huge salmon, oh my gosh, and they were so good and delicious. And they were like, a fight and a struggle to get them in the boat. It was a lot of work, but I got them in the boat, and there was satisfaction with casting that that line out in a forceful direction and reeling in the goal, reeling in the prize of that terrifically yummy salmon. And then there's other times where I've been fishing and up in a lake in Utah with Bill and a couple of friends, and they were catching these trout, and good sized trout up there. And in fact, there was these amazingly beautiful osprey, maybe I think that's what they were. They were swooping down. They weren't eagles, but they were swooping down into the lake and pulling out these huge fish. We actually saw some sitting on a fence post as we were leaving with the fish in the bird's talons, just eating it, and the fish was still partly alive. It was a whole new term for sushi. And but my day didn't end up like everybody else's. I cast my pole out there, and oh man, with a vengeance, where I saw there was fish jumping, and I tossed that thing out there. It was a really good cast. I was really proud of myself, and not too long after that, I felt a tightness on my pole and on my line, and I'm so excited because I finally caught something. Because everybody else was catching something, and I was not. So I'm reeling it in, and I'm pretty excited, and I'm like, I got something on my line. I got something on my line. And as it came closer to shore, I'm like, it doesn't look like a fish. It's not really fighting that much. I cannot even figure out what I have. And sure enough, I get a little closer, and it's a Vienna sausage can. You know those little cans, those little sausages that come in the little can with the pull top? Yeah, I know that size of a can because I've eaten those before. Well, someone threw it out there, and it had algae in it and everything, and it was not a fish. But you know what? If I hadn't cast that line out there, I wouldn't have had the fun and the hopes of reeling it in, and I wouldn't have had the laughter at catching a Vienna sausage can. And I'll have you know, I brought that little trophy home and I cleaned it up, and I have it packed somewhere. I think I still have it as just a reminder that casting takes effort. You've got to have an action. There is a reward. You'll get something back usually one way or the other. Maybe it's not anything on your line per se, but just hopefully even the fun of casting it out there and sitting with loved ones. So that's it for tonight, guys. Oh my gosh, it's the longest one ever, I think, tonight, but I just wanted to share that. So cast a vision. Get on board with what God's got for you in all areas of your life, and put it on paper, put it on a board. Get yourself a board. You may need one bigger than that, and follow through with it. We'll talk more later. God bless you. Have a very, very blessed week. Be encouraged, guys, and I'll talk to you next week. God bless you again. And here I am looking for the little, yep, okay, I got it. Bye.